For those of you unfamiliar with either gaming or mixed martial arts, allow me to provide some quick background. Silksong is a video game designed to make you question all of reality. Jitsu is designed to make you question your existence. Both are marketed as hobbies, but really they double as emotional crises. Hollow Knight is a video game that launched in February of 2017 and took the internet by storm. It's a Metroidvania action-adventure game where you fight bosses to uncover the mysteries of a desolate bug kingdom. Its challenging difficulty curve felt fresh and rewarding, and people quickly demanded a sequel. Fast forward to September 2025, when Silksong, the long-anticipated sequel, finally released. Players praised its combat, but also felt frustration at how steep the difficulty was compared to its successor, to which the devs' response was, the bosses hit harder, often dealing double damage, platforming areas are more punishing, and rest areas feel far and few between. You may be wondering why anyone would take their relaxing free time to experience this rage-inducing game. It's because of this. It's so rewarding. When you finally beat that opponent that was blocking the way for so long, you literally want to fling your controller into the air out of pure bliss. And these feelings of difficulty and reward reminded me of something. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a grappling martial art that has been around since the early 1920s. Its other name is the gentle art, as it focuses on controlling an opponent and using their own leverage against them instead of brute force. The goal is to get a dominant position and submit your opponent with joint locks or chokes. The issue is that your opponent is trying to do the same thing to you, and there are basically endless combinations of moves and counters. Imagine trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while somebody is sitting on your chest trying to choke you out. That's basically BJJ. Now, I've been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and playing a lot of Silksong recently, and somewhere between running back to the same boss for the 17th time trying not to eat my controller out of frustration, I realized something.
Oh, this is like jiu-jitsu all over again?
Pain, humility, repetition, growth, in other words, therapy, but cheaper. Let's talk about gameplay, because Silksong and Jiu-Jitsu both may seem like you can just button mash or muscle your way through, but you can't. The first rule of gameplay is don't panic. The second you start flailing, burning your energy by panicking, you're toast. If you panic dash into an enemy or stick your arms out when passing an opponent's guard, you're going to volunteer yourself for double damage in each game. The second rule of gameplay is controlling the space. Space is life in both these games. Too much space, your opponent escapes or you can't do any damage to them, and too little, and you will get smashed. You have to use your attacks in combination with spacing in order to dictate where the fight takes place. Good spacing will keep you alive, while bad spacing gets you turned into bug soup. Both games are less about aggression and more about rhythm, understanding where to place yourself to decide where and when the fighting happens. That's the real win condition. Both Silksong and Jiu-Jitsu are humble games, emphasizing spacing and mastery over fundamentals rather than brute force. This requires a lot of patience and can often lead to burnout. Throwing your controller at the wall or refusing to get sat on by that 240-pound blue belt is a common experience for players of both games. And these games are built on a basically limited set of foundational, repeatable skills that only become second nature with practice. You can watch as many YouTube tutorials on either if you want, but the truth is, you will get folded like a lawn chair in both these games. But that's the real way to learn. Trial, error, growth. You don't get good at either of these things from the sidelines. You have to suck it up and sit your butt back down, either on the mat or on the couch, and run it back, asking that colossal enemy to spar with you one more time. Each loss is fundamentally information for you to break down and learn from. I like to think about Jiu-Jitsu as a PR sport. It's not about being the biggest, best player. That's just not a realistic goal. It's about being better than you used to be. Silksong is no different. Even in the Steel Soul mode of Silksong, where if you die once, your game is permanently over and you have to start from the very beginning, the top players are still going to get hit countless times and spend hours studying their opponent's attack patterns and ultimately working to be better than they themselves ever were. Steel Soul mode in BJJ is the equivalent to wrestling with that one purple belt who loves ankle locks without stretching beforehand. And you may be wondering, why Silksong and not Hollow Knight in general? 2 words for you: double damage. When a big guy sits on top of you in Jiu-Jitsu, it doesn't feel like this. It feels like this. Silksong is harder than Hollow Knight. Like, way harder. When I first picked it up, I thought, hey, I already played the first game, I know the drill, how hard could this be? Boy, was I wrong.
Oh. Is that it? Oh, tell me that's it. Oh my god, let's go.
It reminded me that past experience doesn't always guarantee future success. And that right there is why it's the perfect comparison to Jiu-Jitsu. Boxers, Muay Thai fighters, heck, even wrestlers always struggle when they first try Jiu-Jitsu. They bring an experience, but the fundamental rules of the games are just different. It's extremely humbling to feel so confident in an incredibly similar sport just to get smashed past and smother choked and realize, nope, you're a white belt here too. In Jiu-Jitsu, most people end up quitting around the blue belt level, which is only the second highest belt. Why? Because after you've spent 2 to 3 years, you finally learn just enough to survive, you think you've got the hang of it, you get your blue belt, only to realize the journey just gets harder. The higher belts humble you all over again. It's like beating Hollow Knight and thinking Silksong's going to be a cakewalk. Surprise, you're going to get absolutely sat on.
Jesus, what is that?
So what can we learn from this? Silksong and Jiu-Jitsu look totally different on the surface. One is about bugs with swords, and the other is about sweaty humans trying to fold each other like origami. But underneath, they teach the same exact lesson. Growth is not about winning, it's about how you handle losing. Both games will humble you, both will frustrate you, and both will reward you, but only if you keep showing up. You can't skip to the finish line, and you can't always cheese your way through it. You keep learning by adapting and lovingly laughing at how bad you were just last month compared to where you are now. So, whether it's in Silksong, Jiu-Jitsu, or just life in general, the message is the same. Don't panic. Control your space. Stick to the fundamentals. And when you fail, and you will, remember, every loss is data towards victory. Thank you.
Yay! I love her. She's so cool.
Pushkaro.